NICOLA Sturgeon has been accused of presiding over an astonishing lack of transparency after her office admitted it had no standard written record of Derek Mackay's resignation. The Scottish government last night confirmed there was no formal exchange of letters between the First Minister and the former Finance Secretary detailing why he quit. 5 days after Mr Mackay was last seen in public, officials said he had resigned verbally after the Scottish Sun revealed he had been pestering a 16-year-old schoolboy on social media. A government source said it was merely custom for there to be an exchange of letters, and there was no requirement for a cabinet secretary to write one or the First Minister to reply. However, opposition parties said it was highly irregular that there was no paper trail of the government losing its second most powerful member. Mr Mackay, 42, quit after it emerged he contacted the boy out of the blue without knowing his age last August, then sent 270 messages over 6 months. The Renfrewshire North and West MSP called the boy cute, asked him to dinner and asked that their conversations be kept secret. Opposition parties called it predatory and textbook grooming. Mr Mackay resigned on Wednesday evening and Public Finance Minister Kate Forbes was tasked with delivering the draft budget the next day. Mr Mackay was given time to speak to family and friends before the government announced his departure just after 8 a.m. the following morning. But this was not a classic exchange of letters in which the minister set down his reasons for leaving the government and the First Minister set down her reasons for letting him go. Instead, there was a statement from Derek Mackay issued by Ms Sturgeon's official spokesman in which Mr Mackay was quoted saying, "I take full responsibility for my actions. I have behaved foolishly and I am truly sorry. I apologize unreservedly to the individual involved and his family. I spoke last night with the First Minister and tendered my resignation with immediate effect." In the statement, Ms Sturgeon said Mr Mackay had submitted his resignation as a government minister, which I have accepted. But pressed by the Herald for a copy of Mr Mackay's resignation letter, the government said it didn't exist. Tory MSP Donald Cameron said, "The SNP government has form for covering things up and refusing to reveal paper trails. But on this most serious of matters, the public will expect full transparency. It is astonishing there's no letter submitting the resignation, nor one accepting it. It's high time NICOLA Sturgeon adopted a more open and accountable approach to this scandal." A Scottish Labour spokesperson added, "The lack of a formal resignation letter raises significant concerns over transparency and would impede any act. For more on this story, visit the news article link.